All right, well, hey everybody, Rob Satcham here from Feedbackwrench. I just want to share a little tip of something that I'm noticing when it comes to Google My Business. I've talked about this before on my channel, but if you didn't know this, whenever you take a picture with a camera or even with a phone, there's a whole bunch of metadata inside of that file. If you were taking a photo with, like, I have a Sony a7 III and I love it. When you take that picture and you import it into a sophisticated program like Photoshop or Lightroom, you can see all sorts of information. You can see the focal length it was taken at, the shutter speed, the ISO, what f-stop it was at. There's so many things that you can see about that, and it's all embedded into that picture. Well, one of the little tweaks is that a picture can also have your geotagging information, right? So geotagging are the latitude and longitude coordinates for where the photo was taken. Now, Google, if you want to win with Google, here's a little tip, okay? Thinking that those photos have that latitude and longitude, you need to remember that Google probably takes in 1,000 or so different indicators to determine what's going on. But at its principle, when it comes to small business, small local businesses, geography and location in relationship to the searcher or the query asker is one of the prime, it's a prime importance, right? So if you're searching for a remodeling company near me, Google wants to make sure that it's a great, trustworthy, and regionally relevant remodeling company. And then what's going to happen is it's going to rely on where that person is. Well, if you update and take photos on location of the different places that you want to do business in and where you genuinely do business, you should try and get the geotagging coordinates into those images. So when you take something with your phone, they're pretty much stamped in there. That's good. So if you take those photos, try putting them on your website, put them on your social media platforms, put them on your Google My Business page. And it's just one of like 1,000 little signals that are somewhat meaningful when Google's trying to find out, are you relevant to the region that somebody's searching in? So for example, if I had an office in Burnsville, Minnesota here, and I wanted to show that I'm doing work in St. Paul, one of the things I could do is start taking photos of the work I'm doing in St. Paul, make Google My Business posts about doing the work in St. Paul, make blog posts or portfolio types or showcase the work that I'm doing in St. Paul on my website, and then have that terminology throughout my website, throughout my Google My Business, and even do it on the various social media platforms. So that's just a hint, a little tip that you can do. Now, if you take photos and you don't have the geotagging coordinates in there, you can use a program called Lightroom, and in Lightroom there's a little map button. Now this is from Adobe, so you have to have the Adobe Creative Cloud, which is $50 a month or so, and then you'd have Illustrator, Photoshop, and everything. But Lightroom has this map coordinates dropping system where you can go in there and actually take a photo or a group of photos and geotag where you are. There's also some online tools that you can look at. I've seen they're kind of quirky, but that's just a little hint if you want to help send signals for regional, to show that you're relevant regionally. Hope that's helpful. Have a good one.